Hello, this is just a brief tutorial on how to use some of the basic functions on our calculator, particularly that we'll need this week. If you would like a paper copy of this, it's not included in your packet, but I'd be happy to make a copy if you find it helpful. So let's get started. To turn on the calculator, you simply press turn on. So let's circle that. I'm going to circle that button. It's right down at the bottom. So you turn it on by pressing that. It's a good idea to clear the memory each time you use the calculator so that no data is left over. And you do that by pressing clear and on simultaneously. That means at the same time. And the calculator screen should say mem cleared if you do it properly. So that means if you press this button and the on button simultaneously, you're going to get a message on the screen that says mem cleared. Next, to enter a negative number, we press the white key at the bottom right that shows the negative sign in parentheses. So right here is the negative key. Calculator's not very fond if you try to use the minus key. So this key is the minus key. In fact, all the operations are in a column right there. So we want to be sure that we're using the negative key, and you enter that before you put the number in, as we would when we write it. Now, this is what we're going to get to today, and I'm excited about spending the time on fractions with the calculator because it's very useful. And to enter a fraction, we need to enter the numerator, which is the top number. Then we press the ABC key, and that's located right here. It's a couple keys over from clear, and it looks something like this. Look like large capital A, and then almost looks like a fraction BC. Then we enter the denominator, which is a bottom number, and finally we press enter. So if I wanted to enter 3/5 in the calculator, I would press 3, ABC, and then 5. But here's what it would look like on the calculator. 3, and a little tiny backward L, and 5. However, the minute I press enter, it's going to look a little bit more like a fraction. We're going to have the slanted fraction bar. So that's what it would look like to enter that. And the wonderful thing is that the calculator will automatically reduce a fraction if it's not in lowest terms. To enter a mixed number, for instance, if we wanted to enter 4.5, we enter 4, ABC, 1, ABC, and then 2. And here's what it would look like when we entered it. This is what's going to show up initially on the screen. So that certainly doesn't look like 4.5. However, when we press the enter key at the bottom of the screen, we're going to see 4, what looks like U, and then 1/2. Now this doesn't exactly look like 4.5, but that's standing for 4 whole units. So that's telling us that's the whole number when we see that U, and this is a fraction. So the final thing we want to talk about today is how to turn the calculator off. If you can't see it right now because I've written over it, but in blue writing, or purple writing, whichever you call it, there's the word off right above the on key. So I press the second key and release it, and then I press the on key. Any of the little functions that are above in the purple or blue writing, you have to get to by pressing second, and then you press the key that's below that writing. So this will turn the calculator off. Hope this was helpful.